Hey, oh, wait. That's unexpected. Shall we try that again? Let's see. What's happened? Don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the intro. It's like there was a double intro. There's a picture up somewhere. Anyway, I feel like trying it again now. Let's try it again. Setup. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome to Whiskey Mystery. Welcome back to us. Obviously, need to do a little bit of a tidy up.
And my name is Deepa.
And I'm Phil. So Julia, you want to be adopted? I think we could arrange that. Melissa, hi, Okwami, Pascal, Andrew, Gerben, everyone who's here. Nice to see you all in. Did I say Andrew, Carlos, Antal, Okwami, 9 Dimes. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Yes, it is nice to be back. And maybe there'll be some new people watching the live stream because we picked up quite a few new subscribers with all the Springbank videos recently. So today's going to be a bit of a chatty one. We're not going to be doing our normal blind tasting.
On Thursday.
We will do that soon. So I'll half keep my eye on the chat. If you want to ask us a question, just tag us with the Orange Whiskey Mystery and I'll try and keep on top of them. So, I'm sure you've all seen the uncasing video. These are the 3 distinct Springbank single casks that we have of, ex-bourbon, Sauternes Burgundy, and then these are our blends that we did on the barley to bottle day. We thought it might be fun to do a blind lineup of these 5. Maybe throw in like the official Springbank Burgundy and see. Yeah, they're all cask strength. Anyway, we thought we might do that. So we won't be opening these today. So let's set these aside. But we are excited, especially with the Sauternes, because we liked it so much in the blind that we may have a whole bottle of something very similar cask. And we also obviously like the Springbank Burgundy because it's still top shelf. And we wonder what this Burgundy will taste like compared to the other one. So, Yuri, welcome aboard. Gav, you're in Edinburgh. We didn't make it to Edinburgh this time. We ran out of time. Whiskey with Molly. Ben, hope you're doing all right. Did you get your bottles off Roy yet? Sasha. Hi, lads. I guess we're all lads in this one. Hey, Francois. Francois in. Hey, Francois. Good to see you. Gigi.
So maybe it's in the bottom of whiskey.
Gigi, great to see us home safe. How are you doing, Gigi? You know we gave them COVID.
Oh, you really?
Sorry, Gigi.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Stuart. That was the night you were getting sick when we visited. I hope that local barley sample turns out to be worth it.
Them.
I don't know. Did your daughter evade it? Gigi, we still need to talk about movies. Okay, let's look at the 4 bottles we have here. Can we see them? Oh, wrong button. We've got Laphroaig 27, Balblair 1990, Arran 21, and this one is a 25-year Bladnoch. Now, you can see we've actually had a little sip out of this one already. But we have a few... Oh, haven't even really unpacked it. The Laphroaig 27 was one that I was saying maybe we should put it back into the auction because 41.7%. I wasn't totally convinced it was going to be worth it. Now, we only paid $377 for this, and it's more like $1,000 bottle in the US now.
About 25 euros.
A bit more expensive. We paid $450, I think, kind of price for those. $400, something like that. But there is a memory associated with this Laphroaig 27, isn't there? So what was it?
We had gone with the distillery.
We'd gone to the distillery.
And the
on Arran.
girl at the bar, he gave us a sample. We took the sample in the other room.
Yeah.
And I can never forget the taste of pineapple.
Yeah.
And it was also the order of Esperanto.
I think it was the oldest that we had tried at the time.
So I never knew that was possible to taste so.
Has anyone had the 27? Okay, let's see what people are saying in the chat. What a nice selection of single malts on the table. Soren, you are right. Yes. Oh, Gerben. You have the 27 as well as the 21 Arran. Excellent. Right, well, we are going to open everything. We actually looked at our spreadsheet the other day to check how many bottles, other than spares, are not open that we haven't tasted. And there were only 15 bottles, and there were something like 200 and 300 that were open. Do you want to finish opening? No. Right. Because we should, you know, it's not going to be a very fair comparison because it's going to be straight from the next pour. And also, we're not going to wait 27 minutes for it to be ready in the glass, are we? Good cork. Should we go for a pour as well? Oh, I'm spilling it. What an insult. Preview. Now. Oh, actually that is surprisingly smoky. 27 years of smoke. The Balblair is smelling better and better. Now, I did actually want to do a little bit of bubble shake on this one though. At 41%, you wouldn't expect there to be good bubbles, but if it's cask strength and a good cask, maybe the bubbles will be good. What do you think? Does anyone have a clue? Because here's normal 40%. Do you have the camera? Whoa, that's a strange color. Anyway, right. You know, normally I have this camera on a fixed focus, but so normal 40%, bubbles disappear. Will the 27-year-old bubbles be any better? Let's see. No, worse. Okay. So, question answered.
I hope you're not tired.
Well, we like tired casks. I think it's just physics or chemistry that the bubbles just cannot sustain when the ABV is that low. I have to remember to put that back in the bottle. All right, we'll leave it while we chat. Anyone asking anything? Richard! Sorry you're late. No problem. Thanks for the experience. No problem, Richard. Nice to see you in here. Greetings from Inverness, Highland Hamish. Stoogie, we are both well and taste and smell back to normal. May give the local barley a try later. Glad to hear it. How was your throat?
Sorry.
My throat was so rough during that week.
I remember I was not really super.
Yeah, you were. Deep was getting sick that night.
I was covered.
Teddy, I had 27. Or did you have 27-year-old Laphroaigs? Never had this. Oh yeah, that's what you are saying.
Oh, it was funny.
Looking forward to seeing you try that. Arran. Oh yes, Bill. We will get onto that in just a second. Gerben. Years back, I bought the 25 and the 27 for quite reasonable prices, around €250. Have you drunk it, Gerben, or is it still lurking at the back of the cupboard somewhere? Maybe you shouldn't start with the peaty one. I did think about that, Teddy. The only thing is, it's also the lowest ABV. And honestly, our priority is on how we react to this one, less so on the others. But normally peaty would be last, even if it's low ABV, isn't it? 2 bottles of this Balblair MK.
Wow.
Oh, and 2 empty already. James! Love the Arran 21 superb whiskey. Haven't had any old Laphroaigs. Okay. PUA, Germany. Hello, people. Hello, PUA. Right.
What about this?
I think we will pour at least. Where's the Balblair? Here we go. Now.
I had the package. It's very nice. It's easy.
Let's have a little look at the Balblair. It's a dark one, isn't it? Too much sherry? Do you think it'll be too much sherry for us?
But we Balblair.
We do. I declare that bottle open.
I have a couple of other stuff.
We have Balblair 83 up there. Oh, that's quite a loose cork. Oh, good pop though. Yeah, you can see a little residue. It's been hanging around for a while. 46%, I think, on the Balblair. You can see the colour is obviously darker. Yeah, 46% on the Balblair. Let's just make sure we don't mix anything up. I'll put the box aside. Give us some more space. The Arran also 46%. Let's see if
It's very nice. Go ahead.
the ribbon works this time. Yeah, I do like the
Oh, it's fine. It's a bee.
yeah, it's like a little foam lining. Yeah, nice design.
Nice. Some silly packages.
Now we did taste this Arran at the Lag distillery. Oh no, it's not quite coming off. And we did also try the 25 year, didn't we? And we just thought the 25 was too oaky by comparison. Isn't quite. Get some pressure in there. There you go. But I know when we tried this this one, we thought it was a nicer balance between the no pop at all, a little pop. There was a nice balance, we thought, between what was ex-bourbon and sherry. But we were told at the bar, at least, that it was all sherry. So maybe it's just more refill. Who knows? Deepa likes to rearrange. I'm always like, stop fiddling. Okay. Little gentle pop. Bladnoch. This is more just because it's an unusual one, an ex-bourbon Bladnoch, and so people may just be curious as to what it tastes like. Now, we've already been talking 15 minutes. Good grief. We do have things we could compare. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not with the old bottles.
Right, and then we have to move this one a little bit more. Look.
Yeah.
There we go.
I try.
And this one a little bit more.
I try.
Back to the chat. Let's see. Any other questions? Gerben. The Arran is so quiet. Yes, the Laphroaig is open, and as well as the Arran. Oh, good. Andrew, Phil, are you Irish or Scottish? I am technically Irish, British, and American if you follow passports. I was born in Belfast, but left when I was 5. My parents live in Scotland now, and so does my brother. But we didn't really grow up in Scotland anywhere. Deepa is not Scottish or Irish. But you could be. You could be Irish if we won't go and live there now that I've got Irish passport. Bill just finished watching watching us on Aquavitae. What a joy to see you both educate on the science of bubbles. Yeah, that was a funny little section. If anyone wants to see us doing a little blind taste with Rachel and Jen from the Grail, that was fun. Why is it so enjoyable watching people open and enjoy new whiskey? I know, James. It's weird, isn't it? Bladnoch, James. Okay, you like it? We've been talking since 1990. Open the Balblair already. Now, do we want to compare? Obviously, I think we do. But I just want to go to the Laphroaig. because there is some hesitancy, too late now, over what it's going to taste like compared to our memory, because it was this magical moment.
I think about comparing with 25.
I think we'll come back and compare. Has that actually got a chip? No. I thought there was a chip on the bottle. Funny, there's a little bit of hot glue or something on it that looks like broken glass now. I do get smoky pineapple. So the nose is actually stronger than I remember. I thought it was going to be more delicate than that. Let's
There's some kind of sweet herbs, a sweet bark.
Sweet herbs, sweet bark.
Maybe with cinnamon and licorice.
Oh, I have to say that is lovely. Complex and integrated.
Very old-fashioned herbs, dry bark.
But a little bit of that sweet pineapple is in there. Pineapple, herbs, bark. Not obviously smoky now. Oh, more smoky on here though.
I've known that it's sweet.
Smoked pineapple and grass. Are you ready to taste?
Yeah.
We'll let Deepa go first. We'll see what happens.
Wow. It's sort of a thick intensity.
Thick intensity.
I'm getting a bit of different side of apple, bacon.
Baked pineapple.
Fresh
Pineapple, savoury. Is it obviously smoky?
No. Oh yeah, it's slowly but it's very subtle.
It's that gentle integrated smoke.
Yes.
Are you happy that you kept it?
Yes, very. It's right, actually, but I actually compare with 25. I think 25 might be better.
Well,
I don't know why.
It's also almost 50%, so it's a difficult comparison.
I see.
But we can. Did it taste like 41, 42%?
Yeah, I love the texture.
It did?
Really,
No.
it's not watery effect.
So I asked, did it taste like it was 42%?
It is, if anything, maybe 44.
Okay, but it tastes pretty light.
But
Okay.
I'm, more beer, more ashy is coming up with the surface.
Right, my turn. Ooh. That is so integrated, isn't it?
Very.
That is delicious. It's like you don't know which way it's going. Are you going to get are we heading in the pineapple fruity direction? No, we're more like barbecue pineapple. Smoky, no. And then it goes sort of sweet again, and then smoky again.
I think maybe a bit of woody, but it's very nice.
Very slightly medicinal at the end.
But that maybe it does not feel tired or tired. It feels strong, intense.
Did you do second sip?
I do it in my third sip.
Well then, it's my second sip.
Impressive. And the feeling is beet ash.
It is pretty magical. I have to say, I am not disappointed with that.
It's very warm. It's warm with the room temperature.
Yeah, it's quite a warm experience, isn't it? Now, I definitely wouldn't want to try anything stronger before this.
No.
Because as first taste, it actually does taste like strong, full flavours. There's no sense of weakness in it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we tried stronger and come back, that it might seem weak. Ooh. Hang on.
The feeling is
One more.
very subtle, soft. And it was of caramel.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm glad we kept it. Would you pay 900 for one though today?
No.
But really,
No, for that value, no.
377 now. I know we're not really ranking these on the shelf, but I would definitely be above here. I don't see anything else.
But the top 10, you see.
I think it is up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a slightly unusual comparison that we could make. Any excuse to get Springbank into a tasting. A 23-year, which is also low ABV, 42.5. Now,
I have to remember that bottle. Where you got that from?
it was ordered online and it's been shared a lot, but we haven't really drunk it very much. Now, this 41.7, I would imagine is natural strength. This 42.5, I believe, is watered down.
It's 23 years.
23-year-old Springbank.
What many you compare with it?
Age and ABV, and in theory, slightly smoky, isn't it?
It's like a malt.
How can you ask such a question, Deepa? It's Springbank.
Because of spirit of freedom.
That's not Springbank, is it? On the nose, there wasn't very much on this.
It's fine, put it down person. It's not fresh,
Well,
not very alive.
Fuller on the palate. Bit of that grey oak at the end, which isn't so nice.
Also, it's almost slightly slimy.
Slightly slimy. Right, let's go back to Laphroaig. The smoke just fills it out. Oh, nice. Yeah. The finish just bursts out into this little sparkle of smoky firework.
It's so tightly integrated
Yeah.
that you cannot stop it.
$209. And
That's not bad. That is actually pretty good, but it's not truly alive.
I think I might like Spirit of Freedom better. I think it's good.
But is that a better battery?
Yeah, I think it's probably more in this area. Right, back to the chat for a little bit. Let's see what people are thinking. Okay, Yuri, never had the Laphroaig 27 or 25, but have Laphroaig 21. Is that one of the half bottles? The 21's always in a small bottle, isn't it? Arran 21. They're both number one, but my choice, Laphroaig. Oh, you think, yeah.
I never knew that's 21.
There's a half bottle, half size. I've only ever seen it. When you compare it with what's in your memory, don't forget this is a neck pour. Yeah. And I think the comparison is that it actually is fuller with stronger flavors than I remember, but it also has this sort of gentle, subtle.
Beautiful.
So I think the experience is the same. I'm not disappointed.
Oh no, but I'm impressed.
I kind of blame this taste of this bottle as the thing that pushed us more up the high-end scale of buying whiskies. I'm sure we would have found an excuse one way or another. Okay, Bill. No, you're talking to other people. Let's see. Anyone asking me? Michael Wood. How are those wine gums coming on, Michael? I'm now pretending my Laphroaig quarter cask is from your 27 year. Oh, yes. $1 million bottle.
I think you better not compare.
Oh, no. Okay. From Laphroaig, 32 years old. I was very disappointed. Oh, really?
It made me too old, made me too tired.
Greg, is it better than the Laphroaig 25? Okay, fair enough. Let's go there. We actually have a choice. One is fully ex-bourbon, and I'm not even sure what the 27 is. It certainly didn't taste very sherry.
I think it's what percentage sherry.
So this one is 2009. And this one is 2017, which I think is 25% sherry.
I remember that one more.
This is the one on the top shelf. So why don't we try it?
Let's try that about first. That is.
No, this is this one.
Okay.
So, a very direct comparison. Now, it is a lot stronger.
Yeah, it's really the first for it's bourbon. We will put a cart.
So let's see. First fill ex-bourbon barrels and refill quarter casks. Matured in Laphroaig's famous warehouse number 1. These casks were then hand-selected for final maturation. So the quarter cask...
It was a cart.
I'm literally a quarter size.
Of ex-bourbon or sherry.
That's what I was just going to ask. I presume the quarter cask is ex-bourbon as well. So...
this one is...
It's an ex-bourbon. 51.4% though. I would say the 27 has more smoke, although of course we've only just poured it, although this bottle is very low. The logo is the 27. Is there anything? Let's see. A marriage of our signature Laphroaig with subtle oak. No, that's just notes. Doesn't say in detail, but I know I've looked it up at one point.
Wow, I think more sugar that is.
Right, have a taste. So Deepa is tasting the 25 now.
I prefer this one. It is so alive, so good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Why is it not as good as this?
Well, to me, what I'm tasting is more power. I don't know if I'm tasting more flavours.
I see.
Dustin, though, top shelf whiskey. Hey, Dustin, you're in. I just see you. Hey, all. Dustin did say that this would kick this one's ass.
You also prefer this?
Well, just talking about the ABV, and I think you're right. It does kick it. But let me go back. Let's see if it can hold up at almost, 10% lower. It's pretty badly kicked, but it's not down.
It's not about ABV and talking about sugar. But this one, I was getting more...
Let's
more pineapple, more sweet.
Let's make an attempt at bringing this down 10%.
But do you only add more sugar?
Probably about that much. Maybe a touch more.
It's sweeter. No.
Let's try again. So this is now the ex-bourbon 25 with a good chunk of water in. It's actually brought the peat up. It's a more neutral sweetness. It's not tropical. The smoke experience, I think, is the same in that it's like little spicy, dusty smoke at the finish. But the sweetness is a more neutral type of sweetness.
But more sugar in this.
Let's go again.
What I'm saying. This one is more woody.
And there's more...
I think it's more woody, more oaky. I think it's more pineapple, more sugar.
No, this one's more pineapple.
Okay, but it's sweeter.
Okay, time to move on. I think we have agreed with Dustin and ourselves. It does get its ass kicked by something that's 50%.
But they are definitely very different. 25 and 27. No comparison.
I think the sweetness is more complex on the 27 and the smoke layer is very similar. Right. Let's see. Whiskey 101. Glad to see you both got back safe and what a lineup. Loved your Springbank tour, on my bucket list for sure. Okay, let's talk about our UK trip a little bit. We did wonder, should we really put those Springbanks back in the auction? Are we just, adding fuel to the fire of secondary market prices? And we tried to convince ourselves that, no, we'll take at least some of the money back to the distillery and spend it there, and we'll get a tour and they'll get more money and it'll be a win-win. But you can't help but wonder if there was a little bit of Springbank auction karma was happening as we rolled into Campbelltown, COVID positive. And later in the trip, the rental car we parked in London overnight. And when we came back out in the morning, it looked like this. Yeah. And, well, the credit card bill for it at the moment is $6,500. There is insurance involved, but what a pain it's going to be. So I think we should have a little drink to make yourselves feel better. Where do you want to go next?
About
Arran.
bourbon.
Well, this is 50%. Okay, so we've already done 50%.
Okay, then we go for 46.
46, 27, 46, 21.
This is the money simpler. That is.
Let's go Arran 21. See if we can get rid of some peat first.
Oh, that's so good.
Sandy, you two must have a lot of friends with your selection. We keep them all outside the house. Top Shelf Dustin, give me the 25 all day, every day. I know.
Yeah, it's 25.
Let's see. What's the ABV on that 25? That one was 51.4.
And that's 25.
51.4. 2019 bottle, I believe. Yes, that's an old bourbon. Correct, Dustin. We do actually have the 25% sherry one there as well. It was the 19 for us. Looks like the London drivers are like Oklahoma drivers. I'm going to guess it was a big truck that kind of crunched, because the car was actually, there was damage. Front license plate broken. Scrapes around the corner. The whole wheel was crushed into the wheel well, so it was undrivable. The whole car was pushed violently enough into the curb that the rims were all scratched on that side, and the back bumper and that license plate was broken as well, because apparently there was a car parked behind us that it got pushed into, but it was gone in the morning.
So it might be a slow motion, a big ooze every back.
I think so, because there were no like tire marks or, I don't know. Note to self, don't rent cars in foreign countries. Well, we had 5 bags of whiskey to carry around though. Food quick. Have we tried that 1990 yet? Ben, no. It is just waiting. Nice to see you here. That's a nightmare. I'm having an insurance drink with you both, but not a $6,000 dram. Yes, well, we will see. Okay. Arran, what should we compare with? We have 2 options for comparison.
The push button. You didn't.
We could compare to our favourite Arran 14, which in profile is probably more similar. Or we could compare to the Arran 18, which is heavier sherry. And yes, the right answer is both. I think...
Should I give you blind?
I don't think so. I think the 18 is going to stand out as just being heavily sherried. The 14 would be...
What would that weird flavour?
Weird flavour?
The purpose doesn't something eaten.
Can't remember. Right. Arran 21. This cost us at the distillery. Oh, Deepa, I just lined those up.
But that doesn't. That's what doesn't recommend it.
I just lined it up nicely.
Very strange.
At the distillery, this cost us $190. I believe it's more like $250 in the US.
It's maybe that 50.
No.
46.
Okay, quite fruity. This definitely smells lighter. And this
sort of smoky pot fruit.
These both smell a bit like they've only just been poured.
Oh, but rice suffery and done very minute.
Did you taste? Right, first impressions. So actually, let's wait.
It's one clean
Quite
and
clean?
at the same time dirty at the same time.
Okay, it's clean and dirty.
It's friendly, but it's a bit thin compared to Laphroaig. It's 27.
Yeah, I understand what deeper means now.
It's easy, right? But I got spoiled by Laphroaig.
Well, this is half the price of what we paid. Finish is a little thin,
It's shorter.
a little short. Go for second sip.
Because with the Laphroaig,
Yeah.
finish, I think it goes down.
Have a second sip, and then I think I'm going to compare to the 14 first. Quite full up front though, and lots of little details. Just a little faster finish.
Overall, it's more of the server design. They are nice, grassy, vegetable.
Vegetal, herbal.
That flavor, but I appreciate more the fruity flavors.
A very tiny bit, when I was breathing out there, of those sort of rose petal Auchentoshan notes as well. That is lovely.
It's actually very slightly sophisticated.
The second sip was better for me. Right, let's compare to the 14.
But it's better than me very sugar.
I can't imagine it's going to hold up to it now.
Oh, that very but not very for the finish.
Actually, this has a little bit of a better sort of inflation.
Oh wow! Now the second half is getting more alive. It's fantastic.
So it actually the experience seemed to be longer lasting in the 14.
Oh, I think I prefer 14 over 21.
Second sip. A little simpler at first. Again, a little sweeter, tropical, because maybe there's more ex-bourbon in here. Lovely finish
Very
on that.
alive. It's fresh.
Now, does this taste older going back? The details are smaller, finer.
It's very, very fine today. Very versatile.
Slightly less
grassy.
Slightly less interesting though.
Yes, it is very interesting.
I would have to say I would go for the
I got for 14.
14. Okay. Now,
So it's a top of the price.
well, originally this was like a $70 bottle. So the Arran 21,
I will put down.
it's probably going to be more in here. Yes.
But
Here.
it's just good as wonderful.
Right.
But it is cheaper.
Arran 18. More sherry. More sherry. Fewer points.
It was from Dustin's recommendation.
Have a taste. I'll come back to the chat in a minute. Does it still taste like Arran?
It's very different. It's very sherry. But it's good from sherry perspective.
Oh.
I better finish. I can finish that.
It's also got that herbal detail though.
Oh,
It's not just overpowering sherry.
it's a very, very unique finish. Very different. Company definitely it is.
Yeah.
I'm getting the apparatus.
Not quite the full detail or sort of undulations that I think I even got in the 14.
I think it's very, very unusual. If you was that a new adventure, go for this.
Right.
But this is fantastic. But I do like it. It's very 7 prime solid.
So, very good 3rd place for me.
The number one first,
Yes.
second, third.
Oh, you've got this one in 2nd.
Because it's very unique.
Fair enough.
A new adventure.
So, I think...
This one is very conservatively solid.
I think this is quite classy, though.
Oh yeah, it's superb.
It tastes older now. I'm picking up more on the oakiness coming through.
It's a bit thin for me, but the flavour appreciative.
I would say... let's see. That's the Bunner. I would pick this over Octomore myself. I'm going to say it's up here somewhere. So that, let's see. But the 18 for me is probably more in here.
Fine.
Where are we putting the 27? The Laphroaig 27.
I prefer 25.
Flaming Heart, Dustin.
After 25, but 27. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna say it's probably
no doubt. Because after finish Flaming Heart, then after finish.
Okay, back over to the chat. Let's see, what have people been shouting at us? Let's see. I'm just looking for orange tags now. Che Francis. Oh, Alan just subscribed. Welcome aboard, Alan. Just a subscriber.
Oh.
Happy to have you here. Thank you very much. Che Francis, you are going to Campbelltown in June with a friend. It's good to have a friend because then you can buy 2 cage bottles. Even better if the friend isn't a whiskey drinker, isn't it? Wasn't going to do the barley to bottle tour due to price, although was very tempted, but after seeing your video, that's us now booked. Yes.
Well, okay, if we did about a 3 and 3 sample, a plus flavor sample.
Yeah.
At the 5th, so you will get at least minimum 5 drinks. Plus this one, the blended.
Yeah.
So we get 6 drinks.
It's true. If you okay, it's £250. One, I consider it as a good donation to the distillery, but in terms of value, we drank. Obviously, it will change. Maybe you'll get the same ones in June. A 22-year Hazelburn.
And that was the breakfast.
That was breakfast. Then we did a 1-hour tour, which went more behind the scenes than normal, up digging around in lofts and dust, and it was great fun.
And the people, there were 5 of us.
Yeah.
It was very nice. It gave me 3 reactions.
Then we were tasting the new make before we went into the warehouse tasting.
So much. You start to order. It's the ABV.
Okay, let me get through it. So we had 22-year Hazelburn in the morning. Then in the warehouse was a 31-year Springbank, followed by a 27-year Long Row. And then we got a little bonus 18-year Kilkerran.
And Limerick.
Yeah, but those 4 drams alone have got to be £25 each, haven't they? And then we had lunch. Another, I don't know, £10.
Okay.
So let's say we're up to 100 at that point. And that's before we go into the blending room. Now in the blending room, we had samples of each of the bottles that we drank, which has got to be worth at least another 3 drams worth. So we've got to be at 150, 160 by that point. And then you end up with your own bottle. And at the point you make sure...
Oh, mine.
All right, careful. Precious cargo. You make your own bottle, which has got to be worth the £100, hasn't it?
Free as part of the tour.
Oh, it's not free. So I'm guessing that this bottle is £100 worth. And so that 250, when you break it down, I would do it again. Right, got a bit distracted reliving that in my head. Top shelf.
The people were so friendly. So friendly.
$6,000 dram. We're pouring Springbank 10. Yeah, that is about the price these days. Whisky with Molly. Just saying hello to Ben. Right. Let me scroll down. You're probably all chatting amongst yourselves. I will try and catch it. Hey, Eric, we haven't chatted for a long time. The 5th sip is always better than the 1st, and the 10th is always better than the 5th. That is true, Eric. That is true. Bill Monty.
Yes, I agree with you, Eric. That's up.
Yeah, we must be on our 10th by now. Cannot find those older Arrans for the life of me. Yeah, they are gone, Bill, aren't they? We have one more downstairs. If it makes the shelf, that's good enough for me. Oh yeah, that is this one. I guess you're talking about, Dustin. Better than Glendronach 15 Old Revival for me.
For me, I've moved it up.
Oh, there you go. Where do you want to move it to? Not ahead of Long Row 18 though. Springbank 18. Don't think we can allow that. Kilkerran. Okay, there you go, Dustin. Got a little promotion there. Do you think the 21 needs more time to open up? I mean, these are all neck pores here, Eric, so we're really abusing them a bit. I'm sure it will get better. Gerben, the Arran is fantastic. It is. It really is. The 21, well, they're all good. Let's see. Oh, your 21 improved a lot with time. It didn't start off close.
Okay.
Off either. Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a neck pore, it was fantastic.
Yeah, not disappointed.
Oh, it's very sophisticated.
Right. Ben's waiting for us to get to the Balblair. Tony, did you consider taking the 50ml of ex-bourbon from your sample set and then 20ml of the ex-bourbon from Deepa's and then vice versa for Sauterne, then mix at home? Well, the way it was set up, you had 500ml of each of the 6 bottles. Ex-bourbon, Sauterne, port, rum, refill sherry, fresh sherry. And so even if you wanted 100% Sauterne, you could only have 500.
That's up to you. But the bottle is 700.
And the bottle is 700.
So I do utter more.
Antal, I'm just glad you're not training for a marathon right now. There's always one in the future somewhere, isn't there? How is the Cadenheads 25? Erwin. Okay, Erwin's suggesting we move along. Balblair next then. Why don't we prepare?
What is the garden it?
Cadenhead? This one.
Oh, I forgot about this.
2 ancient Balblairs here, really.
So that is the 83 top shelf.
The 83 is 31 year, I think. It's number 10 at the moment.
So let me give you practice.
And it's ex-bourbon. The 1990, this is, I think this was the 2nd release. I know it's a bit confusing with the Balblair. Yes, this is the 2nd release, distilled 1990 and bottled in 2017. If we're going to do a comparison, we need equal levels. Hang on, let me put a little bit back.
So is there a sherry in it?
Yes, I think. Ben, Whiskey Geek, how much sherry is in the 1990?
I don't know that I'm more sherry than that.
I'm just looking at the colour. But Whiskey Geek Ben will tell us all about it. Right. Do you want to give it to me blind then?
You've got eyes.
Right, so the logo, let's see, the whiskey logo is the 1990. Right. La 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 la, so I don't hear where Deep is picking it up from. Let's see. Right. Do I nose? I guess I do. Lovely. Less obvious. More full. Sort of, I was going to say nutmeg and sherry. If I had to guess, we're probably on the 1990 over here, but I probably shouldn't do that. Wow, much fuller, plummy. Let me go here first. We're definitely heading tropical. Pineapple, quite gentle. Tiny little bit of spice. Quite a lot of magic going on there. Oh yeah. That is really good. It is way fuller. We're going a little bit wine gums. Woody wine gums. The dark wine gums. Red, black. That would be, you know, cherry and blackcurrant flavors. Let me go again. Oh, that is good. It's so dense, but underlying it is quite a lot of little fine detail. Let me go back here. Much simpler now by comparison. I like this one more, whatever it is. Yeah. I think we've just gone top 10, haven't we? Hang on, wrong one. This one. Yeah. The whiskey one. That's I meant it was this one.
Wow! Wow! They've got 2 top 10s!
Why don't you try this one first? Because this one does sort of step all over it flavor-wise with all the extra, because it's like this with all these extra sort of cherry and dark fruit rolled on top. It's a really full flavor.
It's very Balblair.
I don't know what that means.
A bit dirty, a bit of sherry.
Ex-bourbon.
Yeah, but it feels that sweet, a bit of diamond.
I mean, this is quite simple, isn't it? It's just old ex-bourbon, but it's something that we like.
But the second half, it stops very quickly, but it's 32 years.
31. Okay, off you go.
I come back and stop. It's maybe it became more quieter. Much more intense, more dry, more
dry?
woody,
More woody.
more of everything.
More of everything.
Somehow I prefer the flavour of this one, but it's too diluted.
We'll go back.
Say the word.
Too diluted. Go back and try again.
This is impressive.
Now, even at, let's see, at the end of 2020, this cost us 340. And this was the beginning of 2020 that we bought this at the auction. That's how long we've been waiting to pick it up. We paid 162 for this.
That's interesting. I put a 46 ABV, but this one feels thinner, more at 40 ABV.
It does feel thinner coming back. I would agree. Right, second sip.
It feels at 46, that it feels at 40.
Is it better or do you...
It's better.
Ben? I think...
Very good.
Would you put it ahead of Laphroaig?
I think
Would you
prefer a deck, maybe.
Would you put it ahead of Laphroaig 27?
Yes, I mean 27 is the best. 25 is the best. It's after.
I think we would put it in here, wouldn't we? That would...
About 83 PI.
It's okay. It'll be too much to rearrange the whole shelf. So, impressive. Again, not a disappointment.
Wow.
Now,
And the price different.
it's half the price. Ben, how much does that cost these days? Right, let me go back to the chat, and because Ben's probably filled in some details, right? CL, not ML. Tony Jones Nelson. I guess I said something wrong. Martin Jones, really enjoyed all your content in the UK. I'm drinking Arran 18 right now. Can't compete with your Springbank haul yet. Yeah, you do have to go to the distillery for that, I think. Whisky Jason! We were within a corner of a street from each other at Campbelltown and couldn't meet up. So funny. I was watching Jason's videos and we were in lockdown on COVID. But anyway, it was funny to think we were both right there. Whiskey Geek. Is that 1990 the 27-year-old? Yes, I believe it is. It's actually a typo on the box. Oh, right. And should be labelled as third release, I believe. It's heavily sherry influenced. 1 second. Do we need to go and compare. Let's have a look at the box again and see what we actually have here. Now, I've written 27 on my label, but that's let's see. This is what we have. Maybe the other camera. Let's try this one. Despite the weird colors. So, if we could get it to focus. Second release, it says, and it is suggesting that it's 27 years old, isn't it? Is there any other information that would clear this up? I'm going to look on the inside. Not really, I don't think. Just got some vintagey stuff written here. Now the bottle, is the information any different? It says second release on the bottle. It also says 1990 and 2017. So the bottle and the box appear to be in sync with each other. Let's see. Welsh Toro. The 1983 is a classic of ex-bourbon. Yes, that's why I like it.
You mentioned that it was American Spanish oak.
Okay, let's see. Tasting notes. Matured in American oak ex-bourbon casks and Spanish oak ex-sherry butts. The aroma is, so it's suggesting a mix, right? Okay. Welsh Toro. 1990 is sherry. Should be obvious. Well, it was obviously sherry. Let's see. Move to move. Hope everyone is enjoying a nice dram. I just tuned in with a past favourite. Oh, Alexander Murray Glenlossie. I haven't had that one for a while. Reminded me of it. That is a good one as well. Welsh Toro. 89 was, got that. I think. Whiskey Geek. Ex-bourbon for 21 years. And then the rest in Oloroso butts. The first second release had 2 years in Oloroso. The second release should be 6 years in sherry butts.
This one.
How do we know which one we have, Ben?
I talk about this one.
We don't know, but there's two versions of this, and we're trying to work out which one we have. Let's see. Is there a laser label? 1117 it says /141. Right.
I think is this how many years?
Let's see. Don't forget the great 1997, 2013. I think that's still in our blind tasting, isn't it? No, we have a 99. This 1991. Oh, that's confusing. Right, Whiskey Geek. Totally different style to the 83. Yeah. A wow whiskey for you. I would agree. I understand why. Put the chat back up. Woody's whiskey gums, Phil. Not wine, but whiskey. Yes, you're right. Alongside Woody's rum gums. Yeah. Let's see. That was Welsh Toro. That was arguably the best 18-year-old whiskey I've had. Oh no, which one was it? The Balblair. Right. Best I've seen recently was 180 for the 23-year version. The 27 is becoming really hard to find. Okay, so we have established this is the 27 year. No typos, correct? Yes. You can have this 27 year for 195 euros on a website, I know. Okay, so the price hasn't gone catastrophically high, has it? Not too bad. That's a steal in 2022. You're right, Dustin. It is. Family barbecue, Richard. Enjoy it. I know we're up to an hour. We're just waffling along here. No pressure today. If it's 1990 to 2017, you have the magical one. Yes. I think that was more luck than judgment, to be honest. Welsh Toro, sad to say that the Balblair has gone downhill. Oh, sad.
It was the geek.
These, Ben, yeah. These are whiskies that are unlikely to be experienced from the distillery now. The odd bottle of expensive independent, it is, right. MK, actually, there was a 2014, a 2015, a 2016, and a 2017, all second release. Oh no. The 1991 is 27 year. This one that we have is 43%, and I think it was only 17 years.
Right, okay, that is very good. It's very dirty.
I know, let's put it back up in its... Put that Balblair in its place.
It's good. It is 27 years.
Wow, a little bit of tropical pineapple just fights its way through after the sherry launch at the beginning.
It's but rough.
A little.
But in a complimentary way.
It's not rough. It's characterful.
Yes.
Like the flavors are fighting up and down.
That's what I meant.
So my first thought is, do you think this could beat the Ben Nevis 23-year sherry?
I have to try. Give me the try.
It's downstairs. Would we like Deepa to go and get the 23?
Yes.
Ben Nevis? Would you like me to go and get it?
Oh, I got it. Ben Nevis, the back up in it.
Yeah. Make sure you get the right one.
B.
23. There's several that look the same. Yeah. You know, we're not sherry bomb fans, except we still have a fair bit of sherry on the top shelf. I'm talking about this one, the single malts of Scotland, and the Laphroaig is it's more of a smoke bomb than the sherry bomb, but Amontillado. This, I think, is one of my favourite sherry whiskies so far. I imagine the Ben Nevis will be more those dirtier flavors in the mix might entertain us more, but we will see. We'll give the Ben Nevis a little chance to breathe, and we can try the Bladnoch in the meantime. We have nothing to compare the Bladnoch. It's just an unusual bottle, and I bought it purely on the basis of it being, well, Cadenhead, obviously, good start, but I just thought 25-year ex-bourbon at cask strength, 50.7% in this case. $215 though, wasn't exactly the cheapest. Auction bottle again, we picked it up. That works out at $7.3 per year. Yeah.
It's I've got another one.
We do have more. Right, we are going to put the Balblair up against our number 2 bottle, the Ben Nevis, which is, let's see a little more information, 52.7%. So obviously that's a little bit of an unfair advantage. Is it always an advantage? Not necessarily. Now, I think we need to give this a chance to warm up a bit from being down in the cold garage.
So it's about exactly at 32.7.
So we'll taste this one first.
It's a 27 year shot.
Yeah, 27 versus 23 year. In the meantime, shall we go to the Bladnoch?
And this one is ex-bourbon.
No, Deepa, it's sherry.
Oh, it's free sherry.
That's why I'm comparing it, because this is the highest ranking sherry bottle we have, and second place is pretty damn high. Sherry butt, 405 bottles, single cask. So presumably it spent its whole life in this sherry, maybe refill. Do you want to do it now? I was just looking, this is 50%. Is it unfair? Okay, let's do it both sides. Right, Balblair first. Lovely herbal mix.
Wow.
Under that sherry.
It's very, very good. It's very full on.
Yeah, full on.
Intensity of bubblegum
But it's not overpowering though.
No, no, no.
It's just full.
It's just full, but mellow.
Then the little tropical note pushes through. That's got to be the ex-bourbon.
I'm impressed that it is full, but not aggressive. It's soft.
Yeah. Full, not aggressive. Right. Ben Nevis, 52.7. Doesn't taste that much stronger.
Very, very, very strong. ABV.
Okay.
And ABV is strong, but it's very sloppy.
Sweeter. I was surprised by that as well.
And I think it's really more like liquor. I think it's really
A bit
more
more
like
like
whiskey.
liqueur.
I think
This is more like whiskey. I was surprised by the same reaction. The dirty Ben Nevis-y notes didn't come through the way I thought they were going to. And I thought it was slightly simpler.
Yeah, and the finish just like half, it back down.
Okay.
But it up. Wow.
Right. Hold that thought. We'll give the Ben Nevis a little warm-up chance. Let's go over to Bladnoch. We know nothing about Bladnoch other than that we had tried Adela, the 15-year-old sherry version, which was fine but didn't totally excite us. Ex-bourbon, 25-year single cask. Obviously, it might be nothing like Bladnoch today. Why don't you go ahead?
You said that before.
Not this one.
Adela.
Yeah.
It is definitely.
Bladnoch. Sometimes Deepa talks to me like she's never had whiskey and the questions are like total beginner stuff. I don't know why. She knows all the answers.
Wow.
Oh.
I think a man preferred it over Ben Nevis, maybe.
This is nothing like either of these two on the nose. This is super grassy, isn't it? This is almost like
Jura.
Like bear, yeah, like Jura. We had that old Jura.
It's a better battery.
It's like grassy, going in the bear barley direction.
I like this. It's very soft, but
That's funny. It's like bear barley in that grassiness, but then there's a sweetness underneath which balances.
It's very alive.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's not integrated as Springbank.
Not as integrated. But that is a unique character, isn't it, in that bottle?
And mineral.
Mineral, yes. Iodine. I mean, these are all kind of...
But the local barley type of effect.
It's slightly local barley-like, which obviously would be a good thing. One more taste.
Oh, but that's a captain.
It's quite singular. Sweet, dry grass.
No, actually, no. Do you prefer it more or you prefer it more?
Now we're going to go back. I would definitely put it up there. I'm just looking. I'm working my way up. It's quite singular, though. I'm probably more at this end of the shelf myself.
The second half. The 500 blood.
I could be the Ardmore, the old Ardmore.
I prefer it more.
We could be up here with it, though, couldn't we? Oh, what great purchases. Right.
Put this.
Go on, then.
I think I prefer it more that I'm disappointed. It's too short. Too soppy.
Okay, let's go straight to the Ben Nevis after that one. Oh, that's better now. More detail now.
It's yummy, but it's totally different. It's brilliant.
But this didn't taste sweet that time. It tasted more of that herbal Ben Nevis dirtiness.
Similar to this one. Yeah. That new adventure.
This time I'm with the Ben Nevis. The first time when it was a bit colder, I was with the Balblair.
Actually, this time I prefer the benefit more than this because this part was more normal. This part is different.
Got to double check, haven't you?
This part is much better.
Now, back to where we started. Is the Laphroaig 27 better? Very soft now. 41%. That's not going to help. I think the delicate balance that's going on here is better, but even coming off 46%, you can't go back here.
Never, ever take this after this too, because I'm not able to appreciate anything.
Yeah.
Too sad, very, very upset.
I think we're in the ass-kicking section, aren't we, Dustin? Right, over to the chat.
Very upset.
Alcohol is a ratchet. You can go up, you can't come back down. Very difficult in a single tasting. Right. Do we still have people? Actually, we have 105 people in. That's actually one of our highest current viewers. I don't know how many are still here. Right.
Oh, get a try that, Esper.
I can't even get a word out. This concludes the official tasting of today's live. But I suddenly had a thought when I was preparing that we have this 63.5% peated spirit drink, basically lag new make. But that's not the only one we have. We also have this 63.5% peated Annandale.
Oh my gosh.
And we have this 63.5% peated Bunnahabhain.
That's for the next time. New make.
Does anybody want to see us taste new make? Right. Okay. 1991 third release is 27 years. Aquami. I think our 1991 is an American release. Okay, let me go down. Welsh Toro. Old Balblair is not a sherry bomb. It's a perfect example of great sherry blending, just as Macallan was in the past. Right, I'm starting to understand this a little bit better, because whenever we've had sherry bombs, we've just kind of thought, it's just stamping all over the whiskey, which led us to the conclusion that we preferred ex-bourbon. But when ex-sherry is done old style, I guess.
I'm surprised that we like it back there.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Right, Whiskey Geek. I think heavily sherried whiskies are kind of hard to find a bad one, but equally hard to find a standout great one. Right. It's a bit like syrup on your dessert. Top Shelf Dustin. Did I see you drinking the Clynelish Distillery exclusive? Any thoughts? I have one on the way. No, Dustin. We have not tried it. Sadly. Good night, MK. Timmy. I get that you are on the hook to the car people because you rented the car. You didn't park it wrong or do something else wrong. You shouldn't be held. Yeah, well, car rental stuff. We have independent car rental insurance. So we shouldn't be on the hook. Obviously, it was in our possession when it was damaged, but we are totally innocent on this one. Sad, but that's the way it is. From the car rental point of view, all they've done at the moment is just charge the credit card £5,000, but they haven't explained what the repair bill is for. In detail, I mean. And I need it for the insurance. Welsh Toro, those old Balblairs are so excellently made. Yeah, it's old style whiskey, which I fear may be a thing of the past.
I'm surprised. I know I'm not I said, but it is so.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's actually own character.
Yeah.
Wow.
Old style whiskey. I think that's why Springbank keeps winning because it's always old style whiskey, isn't it? Erwin, how is the Bladnoch compared to the 21 Glentockers? Now, we had a little sneaky sip because we tasted it probably when we unboxed our suitcases. The Glentockers is very
pineapple.
Very pineapple, tropical, more ex-bourbon. And the Bladnoch is much more bear barley, grassy. If you've ever had Bruichladdich bear barley, it's much more in that direction. Not that strong. It's halfway.
But it's so good though.
Yeah. So they don't compare. They're two different things. The Glentockers is more like the Dalyun, but the Bladnoch is quite a standout in uniqueness.
It's very grassy.
Yeah.
Fresh and nice.
Top Shelf Dustin. I think this is the most I've ever seen Phil and Deepa drink. You're right. And Deepa's getting louder and louder. It's hurting my ears. Top Shelf Dustin. $800 whiskey, which is what the retail price is for the 27. Yeah. Shouldn't just get blown away. It doesn't get blown away. If you drink it by itself, you get the full experience. In the same way that if you go out in bright sunshine and then you come into a dark room, you can't see anything. It doesn't mean the dark room is bad. You just have to view it in... It's a weird comparison, isn't it? You know what I mean, though? There's nothing wrong with the 41.7%. You've just got to get the order correct.
And the moment.
Right. But it still gets its ass kicked. if that's what you mean. Yes.
Yeah. Don't anymore front man at the trainee.
Yeah, okay. I think the visit to Springbank reset their livers. A good amount of drams tonight. It's true. We actually didn't drink very much during the UK trip. When we came back, our spreadsheet told us that we had actually been drinking less.
It's because of the infection, COVID.
Yeah, new make, it will be a perfect ratchet. Ratchet up 9
I mean, for Andy, we cannot take it either.
Top Shelf Dustin, I can find you some bad cherry bombs. Yes, all of the current ones that are no age statement. Fair enough. Okay, Yuri. Sure, go for it. The new make, I mean. And by the way, I'd like to compare my and your taste feelings with your ones. Just had Bunna peated new make. Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
And so the is like Arran make peated.
Why don't you open it and then we'll pour a little bit. I was recommended a James Eady Ardmore 11-year quarter cask Oloroso as being superb. I've bought but not opened it. Michael Wood, get that bottle open and report back immediately. Anything going on the sharing list, Anuj? I've had a couple of people email me saying, when are these going on the sharing list? It's okay. You don't have to do that bit. And so far we've said nothing is going on the sharing list. Greedy people.
I'm so sorry.
Greg.
Because we're not back anymore.
Let's see. Was busy, but we'll have to catch up on the replay. Yes, quite a lineup. Well, we've just been having fun chatting mostly, Greg. It's been good. I wonder how the Bladnoch 25 was. Very interesting, Greg. We only just did it, so you can skip back a bit in time. Deep Thoughts by Phil. Did I have some deep thoughts? Royal Brackler 12. What are you talking about, Lawrence? Where does that fit in? I'm not sure. Must be someone else. Oh, I just filled a cache or a cask with Cotswold New Make. Nice, Lawrence. Cask. Right. Right, we'll have to go coloured glasses. What colour is Lag? Red. Annandale is green.
Oh, the split back.
Bonnet is blue.
That only makes split back. Do you remember? Do you have any memories?
Yeah, I would have bought some Springbank New Make if we could have done. That was.
I give up halfway. Do you know that?
I know, because I finished it, I think.
Oh, you.
Right. So, Lag. The ppm they said was. What did they say? Can anyone remember from my video? I think they said it was in the 50 ppm range. They also said well, their stills were fat and short compared to the Laphroaig Arran stills. So definitely designed to be a more weighty, heavier kind of smoke. No idea what happens with Bunna. Right.
I'm surprised that it is more funky.
Which one is the most smoky?
It is more funky.
More funky on the Annandale.
It is
Wow.
super, but it's very funky. It is second funky.
Hang on.
It is the third.
So they all have this unique... Oh! Jason F. Thanks for subscribing. You've joined us at a funny one. Appreciate it. Not the normal rambling chat that we do. Yes, it is. Right. They all have this same... I would call it rhubarb pie.
For me, it's funky.
It's sweet. It's not bubblegum sweet. It's, you know, if you're making an apple pie, rhubarb pie, like the filling which goes in before it has been cooked. So imagine you were eating raw apple pie. Rhubarb pie is maybe more English. That's the base note.
Have you raw salad? I'm not a salad. Have you raw salad?
I don't know if I can really tell the difference.
I
Okay, can you just take the volume down a tiny bit? I can tell that Deepa's past the driving allowance for alcohol.
They are very similar.
They are similar.
Very funky, but the taste very different from whiskies.
Yeah, I would say the Bunna is probably a bit more subdued. There's a slightly more towards bubblegum than uncooked apple pie.
It sucks.
Slightly more floral sweet on the Annandale, and the lag. I would say it is a bit more smoky.
But not actually more of a sugar.
More smoky, but the apple pie, the uncooked rhubarb pie is a bit less. Right, 63.5%. Here we go. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. It's the strength that you fill the barrel. 63.5. All of them. Right. No water. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you go 1, 2, 3. Right, Bunna, here we go. It's kicking some ass, Dustin. Quite a nice fruit pie. Slightly cooked. Mild, dusty smoke. Pleasant. Slightly apple pie where the apples have gone off. Apple and rhubarb pie, maybe. There's definitely a bit of a gone off note to it.
You're good.
Gone off. Quite a bit sweeter, less smoky. Yeah, the apple pie is more a syrup in this one. More syrup, touch of smoke. Apple and rhubarb pie syrup, lag. Doesn't taste so strong now.
But
more smoke. A little bit more candy sweet. I don't know if I could tell the difference.
What do you prefer?
I think I preferred the lag.
Because more complete.
I don't know if I could tell the difference if you gave me anything blind though. Why don't you go 1, 2, 3 and give us your notes? Let's see it.
Oh, for After ABV.
You love high ABV?
It's very licorice.
Okay, go to the Annandale and then give us a comparison.
Oh, I think it's better. But about that is better than the banana. I think give more sugar.
More sugar,
But
yeah.
it's more herb.
Yeah.
On.
I said the same thing, more syrupy. Okay?
So it's easy. I mean, anybody have sugar.
The lag.
And I prefer this one.
Okay, Bunna's winning so far.
But my gum is not penny.
Gums are paining. Well, it is 63.5. Doesn't actually taste that high, I have to say. I wonder how the bubbles hold up on a... Yeah, they look like bourbon. They're boiling off.
It is a bit more mellow.
More mellow.
But let me try it again.
Hang on, we need some... Is there going to be any left?
There is fat, but that is the best of all. But it is the most beat. But it is really super. I'm not sure about it.
I think the Annandale was
I
less...
think you've got it right. I think I'm back with it.
Now, I have no idea what it means if we prefer something as a new make as to how it's going to be 20 years later.
Oh, it's no compared to the whiskey.
No.
I think it's more like fun.
More like it was.
I think it's more
Very
like
strong
whiskey.
gin. Okay, give me two blind. Anyone's, just to see what any kind of comparison. Now, I hope someone remembers the colours. Weaker. I would guess probably Bunna. Probably Lag. Quite deliciously sweet. Gentle smokiness. It's more like the apple pie baked on a wood-fired oven. Wow, more punchy, full on. A little bit spicy at the end. Fuller sweetness. I think more smoke. Is that Lag and is that Bunna?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
But do you prefer?
I think I preferred the Lag in terms of the way you would like a young whiskey.
Yeah.
The Bunna actually seemed like an older whiskey, an older new make compared to a younger new make. It makes no
But
sense.
it's impressive.
So I guess they do have their own character. The Lag is definitely the most peated, the higher ppm after distillation. Now, I want to get some ex-bourbon oak chips and put them in this bottle. I'll save some new make, and then I want to do a little bit of
Guys are brother.
little bit of maturation. Yeah, like my brother did. Right. With the moonshine that I gave him. Let me go to the chat before we end this rambling stream.
There's about every more that whiskey, but not a bit, but more integrated of all three.
Yeah. Definitely more powerful characteristics in the Lag. Does anybody know what Lag is going to call their whiskey? Lachranza calls theirs Arran. Lachranza's peated malt is called Macrimore. Lag's peated whiskey will come out this year, they told us. They can't call it Macrimore, can they? Because that is... They could. Anyway, if anyone knows, put it in the comments. Right, let's see, where are we up to? Sandy, Bladnoch 11 is unique as well. Okay.
I'm not surprised.
I don't remember the grassiness from the Adela, to be honest.
I'm sure I put that Bladnoch from that on.
Sandro, the Springbank blending section with deepest 70%, was it Madeira? It was Sauterne. You added some second fill
There were no
sherry.
sherry
Yes.
in mine.
No, in mine I did. Deepest was 500ml Sauterne, 200ml
Ex-bourbon.
ex-bourbon. Mine was 300ml Sauterne, 200 ex-bourbon, 200 refill sherry.
So rum and refill for the same proportion.
Why are you talking about rum?
Is the rum?
No. Sauterne,
Oh,
ex-bourbon, refill sherry. 50 ppm is pretty big. I think that's what they said it was. Funky Town, Campbelltown. Yeah, they all taste kind of funky. Okay, I better skip down the chat. Greg, let's see. Is it your new Arran 21 that makes it on the second shelf behind you, Phil? The 18, the new 21 is right here, Greg. We actually still prefer the Arran 14. Is there anything else up there? I think that's a fair place for it. Maybe we will leave it on the shelf. Maybe we will. I'm trying not to open everything at once, but very pleased to hear your thoughts. Why are you trying not to open everything at once? See, I've got this theory that the whiskey gets better when it's open. And Dustin will agree. The minute you get it home from the shop, what do, Dustin? Rip that label off, pour out the neck pour, and then start to enjoy the whiskey. 6 months later, it'll be even better. So just think, the longer you leave it to open the bottle, the longer you're going to have to wait to get the best version of the whiskey. Get them open. Whiskey 101. I really enjoyed the lag new make and felt you could drink that as it is. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's very integrated. It's almost like whiskey.
Sandra. Deepa, you're having trouble speaking.
Oh my gosh, am I?
Don't you think, everyone? I'm starting to hear it. I'm going to get... It could be time for the breathalyzer. It could be. We'll finish the show with the breathalyzer.
No, I hate this.
Let's see. Haven't had a bad James Eady. That's a independent bottler we do not get in the US at this point. Wonder if it could take water. Yeah, it probably could. Greg, it depends. But in my experience, it doesn't overpower the new make when under 30 ppm or so. I was surprised, for instance, how Bowmore and Yoichi's new make is shy on peat. Fair enough.
Yeah, but not actually pick up any beat. You pick up any beat.
I think Deepa's ready for a lie down.
Actually,
yes, Deepa, they're all peated, and this is the most peaty. That's what I said.
Of all three, but not these two.
The show must go on.
Oh yeah, it's very, very peat. Oh yeah, that is.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's very peaty.
That's very, very, very peat.
Less peaty. Oh, plasticine now. Is it just my imagination? Let's see, Yuri. I think it has some melon notes. Yes, it could be melon. Yeah. Yes, plasticine, melon flavoured plasticine. Cow dung. Fine. Can we just get through the comments, Deepa? I've got to live with Deepa all afternoon like this. Right, hang on. I think we've lost some comments. Have we lost some? I think... No, hang on. The chat. Where's the chat? Okay, I'm just going to carry on from where I was. Lawrence Bowers. The Cotswolds new make I had was not very nice at all. Dirty taste. But it's been in my 3-litre cask for 3 months and it changes so much. There you go. Experimenting. Well done, Lawrence. I think I'll have to do the same thing. No idea, Phil. Greg. Oh no, hang on. I've lost track. I'll keep moving on. Otherwise, we'll never get to the end. First Phil Whiskey. Hey, Phil. Another Phil. Been enjoying your distillery videos. Thank you very much. We enjoyed being there, certainly. I popped Kilkerran 16 batch 2 today, Dustin.
Oh, that was so good.
I think that's the same one that we picked up at the distillery for £60, about $80. I'm so glad I did.
It's very solid.
Best whiskey vlogs on YouTube. Thanks, First Phil Whiskey. Appreciate it. Right. Are we there? DJ, I agree. I have 100 bottles on the shelves and most are open. Yes, DJ. Joining the open bottle brigade. Dustin, Almost all of yours are open, aren't they? Unless they're backups. Did you try the Octomore you brought back, Henrik? Well, we've tried it because it's already here. It's the same one. We still have this much left in the bottle. And it was Deepa who tasted it before we left to make the decision that she wanted to bring it back. So yes, you can find a review on that one. Deepa Eliza, yes. It is needed. But she's cool, and you both look well dressed tonight. I felt we should dress up a little bit for a Laphroaig 27. What do you think? Sometimes it makes a difference, doesn't it? Deepa's in her prime. Time for a lie down. Yes. Right. Thanks for the stream. Great fun. Thanks, Whisky Jason. Oh, Greg, haven't even tried batch 1. Yes. I know it's hard to find. Can be annoying, can't it? But KK12, in my opinion, just better, even if you ignore the price. We are still waiting for KK12, Kilkerran 12. We're still waiting for it in the blind somewhere. We will be back on the blind soon.
Oh, you missed the back this.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Glass of water to give you your best chance at the breathalyzer. You shouldn't ever do breathalyzer within 20 minutes of drinking. That's how it works. But at least if you rinse off, well, don't drink anymore. Stay away from the alcohol, Deepa. You're about to do breathalyzer. Are you ready?
No, the first,
Go.
But I need more time.
I think I am going to be certainly above the driving limit, 0.08. I'm going to be 0.12. Let's see. Maybe lower. Could be lower. Oh, good grief. I could drive? No. See, this is why the driving rules...
in California is 0.08.
Just by the volume that Deepa's shouting at, I'm going to guess that she's going to be 0.17. You know, normally Deepa's about double what I am when we've checked. So that would suggest you're only going to be about 0.12. Let's see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Go! You know, if you were police at the side of the road and the person just wants to talk instead of blowing in the tube, that's the first indicator, isn't it? I was out running this morning. 0.12. No, Deepa's going to be 0.14. 0.14, my guess. Where are we? If Deepa can drive, it would be a complete mockery. 0.14, there it is. I was 0.05. In theory, I can drive. Shouldn't be allowed. I was out running this morning, and I was running the loop, and the loop near our house, round this road a couple of miles, and I saw a car parked the first time, and I thought there was a guy looking at his phone. Early morning, people sometimes do just chill out in the car. It's about 7 a.m. And I ran round again, and the second time I saw him, he was in exactly the same position, and I looked closer, and he was actually like this, but the engine was running. I thought, maybe he's just having a little sleep. Maybe he works at the bread factory that's right there. I thought, if I come round a third time, that means he's been like that for, I don't know, 45.
After 2 miles.
Yeah, it's like 6 miles later. I came round again, and he was still like that. I thought, I wonder if the guy's okay. And I stopped, and I knocked on the window. Hello? Hello? And he literally went like this. I thought, my God, this guy is totally hammered. I was like, are you okay? The engine's running. He was like, yeah, no. I was like, all right. At least he's just sleeping in the car. Anyway, hope he's okay. Right. Last round to the chat. Any last requests? 9 dimes. This has been my favourite Whiskey Mystery episode ever. Actually, a few people like these.
It's beat.
Yes, Deepa, it's Pete. A few people do like these rambling chats. It's more like ask me anything.
Oh, that is a bunna. It's Pete.
Less Pete though on the bunna. Okay, this is your chance to catch us at, Deepa at least, over the limit with your questions. Let's see, Whiskey Guide, Greg, it's true. And you brought us some nice reports of your travel to Scotland. Ah, thank you very much, Greg. Deepa rocks. Julia. Fail. Well pissed. Michael Wood. Yes. I didn't fail. Although in the context of a tasting, you could say that I have failed and Deepa is actually passing.
I'm going to try Laphroaig 27 and 25.
Yeah, I bet you are. Okay. Antal. That's too bad. I liked the first batch. Oh, I see. You're chatting about other stuff. I enjoy so much Deepa's laughter. Yes, Greg. Phil, you are proof that running marathons and moderate whiskey drinking can coincide. Oh, thank you, Sandro. We do try to balance. Honestly, we do.
For marathon, I'm very, very boring because when you start marathon, I cannot drink.
I'm never stopping you from drinking.
Yeah, but you're very boring.
I'm very boring when I'm doing marathons.
Yeah.
You do realise, I think everyone knows this, almost, I would say 90% of the alcohol we drink happens in front of the camera.
Yes.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Go on, Deepa. YouTube superstar. Henrik, do you trust that meter? I bought one and returned it because it was inaccurate. Showed 0.00 after you'd had a dram. It was cheaper. Yeah, well, we had a point though where we'd been blowing in it full strength alcohol, and then it started to measure weirdly. So I had it recalibrated. And so you shouldn't blow in straight in.
Yeah, but yeah, we did about stuff. But up with the anagon, it's the same as the amber.
You should not blow into them straight after drinking because I think it does break them, and you have to get them recalibrated. That's why we did the water, but it should be a 20-minute break. Top Shelf Dustin, I used to see people sleeping with their AC on in the summer at lunch. I think this was heat because it was early. Julia, Team Deepa, yes. Yuri, love you guys. Thank you always. Glad to see your streams. Thank you very much. Have a good week. And you, Yuri, appreciate it. Best to sleep in the back seat when you're sleeping it off. I know. Honestly, Dustin, I knocked on the window. Once I talked to the guy, I said, turn your engine off. If the police come round, you're gonna be caught. I don't have that type of gas money. Exactly. Depends on your body weight. It does, Rob. And
yes.
Lila, right? Lila? Yes. Rambling charts are splendid and Deepa is fantastic. Sandra. Very pleasant to watch indeed. We'll definitely check the replay. Thanks, Greg. What you do for a living, guys? Sandy.
I feel not at work again.
Deepa's not working. We both worked in the animation industry. Worked on films like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon at DreamWorks. That was the bulk of our career.
It was good fun. So much fun. But blue carpet.
Yes, we did get to walk on an occasional red carpet and see famous people. We saved a lot of our money and bought rental property and things like that. So we are technically not really working, although we're managing stuff. I'm working right now. I'm helping a project in Canada, an animation project, to do their 3D version.
We got the support.
I did get a bit bored. I need to do something more interesting. Top Shelf Dustin. Okay, Deepa, let's hear about Phil's most embarrassing moment. I've no idea what Deepa's going to say, but I'm getting ready to shut down the live stream. What are you going to talk about?
But I'm good out. They get married.
No, that's not. What have I done that's embarrassing?
Me.
Yeah. What's my most embarrassing moment?
I don't remember actually.
Deepa doesn't remember anything? That's great, isn't it? She'll think of something in a minute. Oh, sorry, Dustin.
You do British.
Whisky 101. My wife fell asleep on the sofa and just woke up and said, "Is this the same one?" Oh, Whisky 101. Say yes, it is the same one. Sorry about that. Or maybe that's a good thing. Kept you entertained while she had a nice sleep. Greg's Whiskey Guide. Best measurement. Can you walk in line? Yeah. And more than 10 meters without deviating sideways.
Yeah, no problem for me.
Okay, I will be the judge. Walk between here and the mirror and back, where you put one foot in front of the other. And we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, pretty good. Yeah. Deepa might pass that test.
It's got the 4 years of experience.
Whisky 101, based on today's petrol prices here, it would be cheaper to get a hotel room for those 3 hours. You're probably right. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. Oh, thanks, Whiskey Jason. Yes. Forgot about that. No problem, Greg. Oh, you mean about what we work in? Yes. You can find our credits in... Now, we haven't worked at DreamWorks since 2013, just to give you, context. But if you look at Kung Fu Panda 2, for example, or How to Train Your Dragon 1, you can find our names in the credits. My daughter wants to find out if you know Donkey.
I don't get that bit.
Shrek and Donkey. Can't honestly say we have met Donkey. Have not met or seen Eddie Murphy. Saved by Whiskey. Greg. Top Shelf Dustin. Doesn't remember anything embarrassing. I think Deepa drinks more than she's telling you. Maybe.
Yes, I have to get more.
Oh, that was loud.
He's very boring.
Antal. Touching my chin with stretched fingers. Bringing them forwards. Really enjoying your streams. Okay. Are we finished?
Yes, we better stop. But apples you try. After 25, at 27. Different of...
That's the last of the 27.
No, that's so.
And that is the last of the 25. And what can I have?
Oh, 27 is more sugar.
I'm going to go for...
27 more.
Well, where's the Balblair?
Smith.
Hang on. Oh, I might have mixed things up. This will be the Balblair. I'm going for the new Balblair 1990.
I know what a 25.
Oh, why didn't you go for the weak one first, dummy?
I do not know.
You're going to go from 52 to 42? That's not going to work, is it?
I prefer 25.
Yeah, but it's 52%, and then you followed it with 42%.
Well, 27 is more woody. 25 is more sugar. I prefer 25 any day. Are you dicky?
Wow. Balblair 1990 could convince me that sherry is a good thing in whiskey. Okay, we already know it's a good thing when handled correctly. That is handled correctly.
Whatever happened, 25 and 27. Oh, finish.
Right. We will see you on Thursday for bottle number 246.
But split back up.
Next Sunday. Wow. There's some heavy sherry notes coming off that. Last round of the chat before we go. Yeah. Oh, you had a DUI in college. I can't imagine what it would cost now. You can get some great whiskey for that cost. Yes, Dustin. Now order pizza.
Oh, I
make Deepa's
a pizza
a really big one. It could be a pizza day. That's a good idea. Greg, DUI. Driving under the influence. One more glass on top shelf in the middle. I think we did, didn't we, Yuri? Antal just saying thank you in Dutch. Oh, Dutch Sign Language. I believe it's the same as English. I think thank you is pretty universal.
I think it's universal.
Yeah, American thank you, British Sign Language, and maybe in Dutch as well. Thank you very much. In Dutch. And we were talking about Dutch the other day. And that sign came out of nowhere. Like it was some ancient memory. Dutch. As in hair.
I did the because of the element.
British? Don't know. Right, are we there? Too slow. Hey, too slow. Thanks to you also. Sandro, thanks for sharing this splendid stream. You two are wonderful. Ciao. Thanks, Sandro.
But really, it's because you and us, we love whiskey.
Yeah, we all love whiskey, don't we? Mark Robinson, just joined. We'll have to catch the replay. Love the Scotland trip videos. Thanks, Mark. You will have to catch the replay because we are about to check out. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I feel like we should at least toast a little bit on the way out. What's left?
What are they?
Arran 14. Arran 14, Balblair 83. Cheers all. We will see you on Thursday. We really are out of here.